So this video I am creating for the people who either want to be YouTubers or do social media and have that ambition, or those who are already doing it, who know what the struggle has become over the past several years. Because I don't know if you've noticed, I mean, I've definitely noticed, because this has been my job for the past almost 6 years now, how it's gone from something where people were rewarded for being unique and just doing their own thing, kind of creating their unique form of content, and everybody would celebrate that and love that, and they get promoted through the algorithms for being themselves and for having this unique content, to where now if your content is not so refined in the sense that it's the kind of thing that's going to retain attention, that has like a solid hook that gets people wrangled in within the first 3 seconds to stop them from scrolling through other shorts or reels or whatever it may be, and hold their attention after those 3 seconds, so that way they're still looped in if your video's over 15 seconds long, able to consistently keep them in. That if it's a comedic skit like for me, that there's enough jokes to keep it going. It's to the point where most content demands something so dynamic, and we're feeding into that. And it's become a serious issue, to where now like our attention spans are shorter, and we're playing into that by demanding creators to create content that is so stimulating, to where your short attention span is nourished within one video. It's like, reel you in with this one engaging, first of all, the thumbnail. You have no idea how important the thumbnail is in YouTube to even get you to click on the video. It's the same thing for pretty much all platforms, but especially YouTube. That bang, like the title and the thumbnail, to really say, oh, well, what is this? And then you come in and then it's like, oh, this is stupid, to keep you stimulated and get you hooked in. And then, bomb, here's all these jokes, here's all these stimulating transitions and freeze frames and cutaways and blah, 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 it's all over the place. Anyway, so this is a cautionary tale, basically, that was like swallowed my air, and do that sometimes. It's just a cautionary tale to people who want to get into this, and I guess kind of a way of venting as well about what I've experienced going through this, because I think some other creators would relate. I know a lot of friends, like a lot of creators, who would relate to this, and I don't think we talk about it, but I guess I'll just start with when I started doing social media 5-6 years ago. It was 2019. It was whenever the TikTok Creator Fund had just started, so we were just getting paid, and everybody was excited. I mean, I was excited because I never intended for content creation to like be a career of mine. And then it happened. Like, my main thing was I wanted to show people, especially with alopecia like me, the no eyebrows, no eyelashes, no hair. I can't grow hair. That's my thing. And I was bullied a lot growing up for it. And it was the hardest thing that I had to go through, was to learn early on that appearances did not matter, and that I was not going to let anybody rob me of my humanity just for the way that I looked. And I wanted to find an outlet to be able to broadcast that, and to show people that they could feel the same way. And what was so exciting is, in the dawn of social media and short form content, when I got started, there was a lot of people with alopecia too that were getting out there. And I was inspired by a lot of them too to really get started, because I knew that I could make unique videos showing my alopecia, suctioning stuff to my heads. Suctioning stuff to my head, drawing on my face, just being goofy with it. And because it's obvious that I don't look the same way that everybody else does, but I'm fortunate that I have a nice looking head shape. I'm a handsome guy, not to toot my own horn, but I could be a funny looking guy, but that doesn't matter. I'd still be on here just like, hey, I'm a person, and just because I look different doesn't mean that I'm like not entitled to, that's not a good word. I don't have permission to enjoy all the great things life has to offer. And that's been the main goal, is to show people that no matter how you look or no matter how you feel, you are entitled to all the great things life has to offer. And that's not a good word, like I said. I would say you are worthy of all the great things life has to offer, and nobody can take that away from you. Nobody can look at you and say, well, you're like this. You come from this cultural background. You are missing an arm, or oh, you're in a wheelchair. Oh, you're disabled. Like, oh, you have autism. Oh, you have social anxiety. Oh, you have bipolar disorder. Yeah, that was another curveball for me that I developed years into content creation. And I mean, supposedly it's been dormant for all these years, right? And then in your early 20s, you tend to get diagnosed with these conditions. But anyway, that provided some more context in my life and like an even deeper level of empathy. Because mental health conditions, dude, it's a whole other beast, especially bipolar disorder, because you're up and you're down, and it's so misunderstood. And I'm not going to spend an entire video explaining it. And, you know, I think the right people are going to hear this too, to where if somebody goes, oh, bipolar, and starts freaking out, it's like, this video is not for the people who are just ignorant of mental health and how those things work, and just dismiss people for conditions and go, like, you know, I favor those who have emotional intelligence, and that's who this video is for. I mean, you know, people who are emotionally intelligent are the ones who are going to care about this kind of stuff. Because that's really essentially what this video is about, is how important I feel like it is to be able to continue to express yourself in an authentic way that doesn't demand that you are constantly adhering to this formula of a perfect algorithm and like how to get this video the most exposure. And it's weird because I've noticed over time that I've had to like give into that. And it's so much fun to make content. Like I told you, dude, I even have my own organization now. When I first started content and started to blow up with the alopecia stuff, I said like, this is my chance. I said I was with my girlfriend at the time, and I was so ecstatic because I was like, dude, this is the thing that I was wondering how I was going to be able to make the impact for people with alopecia, to show them like, you know, you can be yourself. And when I had messaged with this one guy, his name's Mike, and we were going back and forth texting, and he was telling me that he hadn't gone into public without, you know, eyebrows and eyelashes. Like he would wear a hat, and he would wear fake eyebrows. Sometimes I get them confused. I like want to say eyelashes when I'm pointing to my eyebrow, because, you know, I don't have them, so it's like not used to saying the right one. Anyway, so he would go into public with fake eyebrows and the hat, and he would tell me like, you know, he would do that, and he didn't like it. He felt insecure, but he saw my video of me drawing on fake eyebrows and thought that he got a kick out of it. He said, man, you know, I wish I had your confidence. I want to be able to do that. And I sat there like texting him back and forth for like an hour, and I was like, because that's what I've wanted to do, is help people and encourage them to be themselves. And he said, this is really, really impactful stuff, man. Because I was telling him, you have to go for yourself. You have to do this for yourself. You have to stop worrying about what other people are thinking of you, because at the end of the day, you're hiding yourself, and you're only constantly confirming to yourself that you are not worthy as you are. You're hiding, and you're validating the fact that in order for you to be okay and for you to feel like you have a place in this world, you need to be somebody that you're not. And until you're able to relinquish this fear, able to give it up and say, okay, I'm gonna go as my true authentic self and see how the world receives me. But you, first of all, you need to say, I'm good as I am, and however the world receives me, that's fine. Because you need to be able to receive yourself and say, I'm good enough as I am. So anyway, the conversation was about that, and he was very moved by it. And then it was a very rewarding feeling whenever he came back to me like a couple days later, and he said, I did it. I went in public for the first time, Nico. And I was able to just be me. And he said, and I couldn't have done it without you. And I was flattered, but I was like, dude, Mike, you know, thank you. But if anything, I'm just glad that I could be a catalyst, because this is your doing. You didn't have to listen to me, because you got to think, and I've learned this over time too. You can give advice to people all day and night, but it takes a person who's really there emotionally and mentally, and has that strength to listen to advice and say, I'm going to take that and I'm actually going to do something with it. And he did. And, you know, maybe he just needed that push. And I'm beyond honored that I could be that push. So anyway, that's why I started doing social media. And I said to my girlfriend at the time, whenever I read that message, I said, look, this is what I've been waiting to do my whole life since I finally was able to help people with alopecia. Like when I got that confidence with alopecia and I was like, I wish more people knew how to do this. I said, this is the opportunity I've been looking for. And I'm going to do everything in my power to create a social media platform where I can help people like this. This is my chance. And I said, I'm gonna make it, and it's gonna happen because I said it's gonna happen. And man, to believe in myself that deeply because of knowing that what I wanted to do was authentic and real. Like, man, and then that's the thing, is I feel like the universe has rewarded me for having such real intentions since the beginning. And I created my own organization called the Naked Confidence Campaign, which actually DM me on Instagram if you're interested, if you have alopecia and would like to join. We have Zoom hangouts every single month. We've got over 600 members with alopecia. We all connect and chat and all that stuff. That's the greatest thing. The greatest gift I've ever been able to have is having these calls and seeing more people like me all get together, make friends. Many of our members are like, they're in countries all around the world. Like we got, USA, Canada, Mexico, but Germany, Saudi Arabia, Australia, New Zealand. It's like going all the way out all over the world, man. It's the coolest thing. You get on these Zoom calls, having people from literally all these different countries with the same condition meeting. I've been like, hey, you got what I got. We're like the Spider-Man meme of like, the one from the Spider-Verse where all the Miles, all the Spider-Man are, it's so good. That's we're all just like, oh my God. It's the coolest feeling ever, man. It's the coolest feeling ever. But yeah, that's been so rewarding. And to see that social media now, it's, to be able to reach more people, you have to kind of follow this algorithm now, because the algorithm likes to feed people content that stimulates them and keeps their attention the most. It's not about the most authentic and honest content. It's about content that is going to get the most clicks and the most watch time. And that's the thing, is I feel as though I've had to compromise my authenticity a lot. And that bothers me. That bothers me at the fundamental level, because at my core, knowing why I started this whole thing, man, shakes you up, because it's like this weird phase, this weird in between of like, I know how to like finagle and use the algorithm to my favor, but at the same time I'm like compromising the authenticity I feel like personally of the product. But I know that when I do this, more people will see the video, which then allows me to make more of a positive impact and make more people smile. But it's like, okay, well, I gotta shorten the dialogue and the skit. Like these jokes need to be a lot more concise. Like they need to get to the point. I can't be running on whenever I'm speaking. Like I need to make sure that this is a very tight, precise video. No words can be wasted. Like literally, like, oh, that sentence is 10 words. Like, let me shorten it to 7 words. Oh, let me say that line faster because I need the video to be under 15, 17 seconds. And I'm not joking. This is part of the process. The part of my process, and like part of why a lot of the videos too do well, is because I intentionally will shorten the length or make it to where I know how the algorithm prefers the video. But the thing is, I'm like, as long as when I release it, I feel like it's a video that is really good, or that I like, or that made me smile, that's the main goal. Because now it has gone so far beyond the alopecia thing. Now it's just gone to being the reason that people can smile in a day, and being like a friend online that people can see themselves in. Because man, I've seen some dark times, man. And a lot of YouTubers were there for me when I was growing up. Like I was the PewDiePie, Smosh era. Those were my people. And I mean, I watched Sunday a lot too, if you know who that is. Back whenever Sky Does Minecraft was big. I know he's a controversial figure now. I've watched a lot of Sky Does Minecraft in his golden days. But yeah, there's some great YouTubers, man. And to get to be that now for other people, it's a place to show people that it's okay to be themselves. That's nothing Nothing can replace that feeling. Nothing in this world can replace that feeling. No amount of money, no amount of cars or clothes or delicious food, like just being able to help people to be the most authentic, actualized version of themselves, man. That's what it's all about. That is at its core what it's all about. Because people like PewDiePie were able to be that for me. And man, to know, and it's this is hard for me to accept. Like, I've had to do a lot of internal work because I oftentimes sell myself short. And you know, it's weird having wanting to be that person and having wanted to be that person growing up, and like I really want to help people to just be themselves. And then like I do it, but I'm like, no, there's no way, like me, like I'm the one who did it, and it's some serious imposter syndrome. And I work through it, you know, and I've gotten a lot better about it. But anyway, it's just so strange working so hard to like be that person and then getting there and having a hard time accepting it. And then now the online space is demanding more and more for us to just adhere to this algorithm to create content that you actually may compromise some artistic value because you're like, well, it's not going to get as many clicks, or it drags on. Like my girlfriend, she's starting to make content and she's doing awesome already. She does cocktails. She's a mixologist, which, I mean, she does awesome stuff. And I saw her first video and it looked great. And she was even nervous to show me, and I was surprised because I was like, no, it looks really awesome. And she asked me like what I thought about it, and I thought it was really good. And then she said like, oh, but like, you know, I really want to know what you think about it. I really want to see like what would you do differently? And I'm like, well, what would I do differently, or what would the algorithm want? Because that's two different things. Because if it was what do I want to do, what would I want her to do differently, I'd say nothing at all. Absolutely nothing at all. It's like, it's perfect. It's artistic expression. I loved it. I love the vibe that she was going for. It was very peaceful. Like, she has this very tranquil vibe as she's making the cocktails. It's almost like, it's not even intentionally ASMR, but in a way it kind of was. It was just very relaxing. And like, you know, it made a lot of sense, especially with cocktails. You know, you kick back, relax, have a drink. I don't know. She did an awesome job. The only critiques that I would have, and judgments, it's probably a good word to put it, because that's how people might receive it or perceive it, is I'm like, well, you know, I'm thinking in my mind, you probably want to cut this, make this a little bit shorter, and like, oh, you need to make this a little bit tighter, that shot could look a little better, this and that, but it's like, that has nothing to do with the artistic value and the authenticity of it. That has everything to do with being nitpicky to try to appease an algorithm, which compromising your art is essentially how your art dies. And we're essentially being forced to do that. And now my struggle is, how much of my art will I compromise in order to make the difference that I know I want to make? It is a weird moral game to play, man. And also knowing that when I release things where maybe I compromise a little bit, shorten the videos down, maybe I, you know, use somebody else's video and then make a spin on it because I know it's going to do really well. But the video is really funny. It's like, and it's going to give people a laugh at the end of the day. And that's the goal, right? Make them laugh, make them feel good, make them feel supported. But then I'm also like, man, that was an easy ass video to make though. Like, it wasn't as artistic. Like, I didn't take all this time to make a skit, have all these costumes. I just took a snippet of somebody else's video and then made a funny joke about it, or like did something like the one video I did the other day. That person did like a heart tattoo that looked like a friggin' and you know, an H guy, a Germany mustache. You know what I mean. I don't know if you can say that word on here without it getting taken down, so I'm not going to waste my time saying that. That's another thing, censorship. Anyway, and I did it. I copied it with an Expo marker, which was funny, and it looked really bad. And so I laughed in the video. Like, it was such a genuine laugh. It was kind of cute, but it was funny, and then it went viral, and so, you know, people really enjoyed that, I'm sure. I mean, obviously, but, you know, it's weird because then I'll look at it and go, but that didn't take that much effort, so am I really making that much of an influence? And it was weird that video didn't take that much time and it appeased the algorithm. And I can understand analytically, because that's how my brain works, analytically why the algorithm received it well and why it works, because it was a good hook. and then immediately jumping to me, and I made a comment that was like, "Is it weird that I think it's kind of cute?" Because the whole clickbait was the heart mustache looked kind of ridiculous, and then me doing it cut immediately to me drawing it on. It's like, oh, why is he drawing it on? Oh, it's funny. And then whenever it zoomed in closer, I played the friggin' German music of the march, you know, ha ha ha, funny, and then, you know, laughed and all that. Anyway, it's cute. But the thing is, in my mind, I know why it worked. So maybe I look at it too analytically, but there's something to take the edge off. Sorry, I just saw myself doing that. That's all I could think. But anyway, yeah, I look at it analytically, and I can understand why it works. And I like that, and I hate that, because, you know, that's my cautionary thing. Is it feels like you can experience the death of your own art, because you want to be expressive. And a lot of times now, like, especially for me, this is my job. This is how I pay my bills. This is how I go through the college classes I pick up. But this is my focus, man. This is how I'm building a future for my kids, my life. This job is what's paying for all my, like, I'm able to travel wherever the heck I want to now, whenever I want. I'm able to, I don't ask for too much in my life. I have a very fair, decent sized apartment. I've got a great car that I absolutely love to drive. I have great food. I spoil my girlfriend whenever I want to. It's a great life, man. And so it's this weird part of like, okay, I've spent a lot more time spiritually too, going, okay, what do I really need realistically? What is it within me that I'm okay with at the bare minimum, to where I can focus more on the absolute quality of my content and authenticity of my content, compromise maybe making less money, so that the art that I'm making is great, that I'm proud of, even if the algorithm doesn't favor it. And like, what is enough money for me? And it's a pretty extraordinary thing, because this career can give you an unlimited amount of money. It's the one career where there's no cap. There's no, you're gonna climb the corporate ladder, and after 10 years, this is your salary. After 20 is this, and you know, or there's none of that. There's no health benefits. There's no health care and all that stuff. But it's with the money that you can make, man, you don't need it. You don't need it, let me tell you. So yeah, you know, that's this game that you play where it's such an unstable career, and while you can wrangle in a ton of dough, man, that's not why you do it. It's not why I do it. Maybe why some people do it, but this video is not for those people who are trying to make a bunch of money. This is for the people that want to make a difference. It's for people that actually care about the art itself, not about the money. Money's great. Don't get me wrong, money's great, but when it's just you and your pillow late at night, you want to feel like what you're doing is sustaining and fulfilling. And that's my ultimate goal. That's where I get my life satisfaction, not from my paycheck, but from knowing that what I'm doing has genuine value and helps the world, heals people, and makes the world a better place. And I swear, I hope, I want it for you, and I know that you need it. When you find that thing, man, don't let anybody take that from you. Not your parents, not any romantic partners, not your siblings, not your family, not friends, not acquaintances, not some random guy online, I don't know, wherever. Don't let anybody take away that thing that you say like, this thing, I could do this for free. Or like, if I didn't do this, it would kill me. Because this thing that I'm doing makes me feel so fulfilled and so alive and so me. Like, this is undeniably what it is that makes my heart move. This is what makes my body eager to get out of bed. This is what awakens my spirit and fuels everything within me to just bring out all of my best attributes, and it allows all of my talents and my creativity to go towards something that is just utterly me and gives and makes the world a better place. If you have that thing and you know that thing, do that thing. That is what I did. You can't ignore that. And if you do, when you die, if you are fortunate that you're able to sit there and be dying and it doesn't just hit you out of nowhere, because one day you will, you're gonna wish that you did it. You're gonna wish that you actually did that thing. So do it. When the time comes and you know what that thing is, whether it be doing social media, whether it be doing something like dance or acting, whether it be going and pursuing a degree in law, like, it's kind of funny that there's actually opposite ends of the spectrum. Like, most of the time it's usually people want to do some kind of art. They want to be a musician, they want to play guitar, and their family's like, no, you're not going to do that. Like, be realistic, get a business degree or something else. But there's people who are like, I want to go into law school, and their family's like, you're not smart enough for that. Like, what are you talking about? You want to be a doctor? Dude, there's no way that you could do that. You're not smart enough to get a degree. You're not smart enough to get a doctorate. No, don't be a doctor. Don't let people talk you out of your dream. If you're like, this is really what I want to do, then go do that thing. And don't let anybody take it from you. Because what, you're going to spend the rest of your life just beating yourself up, saying, oh, why didn't I do that thing? Like, you can't do that. I didn't want to do that. I had great mentors who told me not to let that happen, and I didn't let it happen. And I wouldn't be sitting here today with all the success that I have otherwise. And, I'm talking about all of the flaws that are in content creation as of right now, and the algorithm and the way that it favors clickbaity content and things like that, though I'm not going to stop anytime soon. And I think in the AI revolution, we're seeing that people are able to create more inauthentic videos, but, things people will click on. And I do believe that that's going to bring in a greater demand for authenticity, which is why I wanted to upload this anyway, because I was like, I'm not going to edit it. I'm not going to do anything fancy and just take away from the fact that it's real and, not AI slop, because that's something else. Yeah, I think we're going to have a revolution in a little bit here where people are craving that real, authentic connection. I mean, YouTube is supposed to be, it's you. This is all you. This is real. This is the legit stuff. It's not the fake garbage. It's not all clear and cookie cutter edited like the movies and TV. It's like, now this is just you, dude. It's you, dog. Just gonna come on here, dude. Just gonna come on here, dude. You're gonna come on. I was gonna say something even dumber, but I was like, I don't want this video getting any kind of, so here's the thing. If I say something that's a little too messed up, it'll say that this video can't get ads or limited ads, which isn't the big deal. The big deal is they won't push the video out in the algorithm because they're like, oh, advertisers could not put ads on this video because he said this kind of inappropriate thing. So they're not going to push the video in the algorithm. So there's different ways that they kind of censor you. And also get this. This is a little important thing to add. The algorithms for shorts versus long form content are totally different, if you didn't know that. Totally different. I mean, I'm a part of the YouTube Shorts program, the partner program, and like a part of the Shorts calls and all that stuff where we actually, like, YouTube hosts a lot of monthly sessions for us to learn. And I go to them, and that's one thing. I have my own partner manager who helps me with content and stuff like that. He's the best, dude. Oh my God, he's freaking awesome. I love him. YouTube is goated whenever it comes to caring about their creators. And but just as far as the algorithms go, even they understand it's kind of donkey doo-doo. So to an extent, some of it's not even their fault. It's just the way that we're consuming media that we are creating the problem. And the algorithm doesn't help because the algorithm is built literally to whatever is the most clickable thing, whatever is the most retaining thing. It's not good English. Whatever retains the most attention and all that stuff, that's what's going to get pushed out. But anyway, yeah, like I have 6.8 million followers. And right now, because I haven't been as active and like consistent, my views are so much lower, which is like, why is that the case? And the thing is, if I have like a really good video, it's going to blow up and get millions of views, but now my average is so much lower. For what? Like, it's my fans. The fact that now, like, if you're not consistent and you're not creating consistently, then your views will drop. It doesn't matter how many followers you have at all. It's like, what? So you're telling me that all these years of getting all these followers, that people who actually said, oh no, I like this guy's stuff and I'm going to subscribe, you're not going to show them my content? Which makes me feel at times like people just don't care, which isn't true. People obviously love my stuff, and when they see it and when the video gets pushed out, they love it. They love my stuff. that's the worst part about it, is like that's a huge struggle, looking at that going, wow, do people just not care about what I have to say anymore, or like my art? And then there's this internal battle of like, oh, but I shouldn't care about what they have to say because, you know, I'm my own person. But it's like, but I want to make a difference, and I was making a difference at this one point, but now it seems like I'm not. And then a video pops off and I'm like, oh my God, you know, I'm making a difference again, people care. And then the views go down, because that's the nature of the business, man. Yeah, it's business, baby. It's just, you know, it's a roller coaster. I don't know what that was at the end. It's a roller coaster. There you go. Anyway, that's how content is. I think the important thing, the main lesson here is it's important to keep true to yourself and to be authentic and continue to make authentic content, to show yourself that love by choosing not to compromise who you really are in your videos. There's a happy medium for sure of making content that works with the algorithm and showcasing your art, because it's going to be very hard to fight against it if you're just saying, oh, I'm just going to make videos as long as I possibly want them to, and I'm not going to do all this finesse and stuff. The thing is, you can totally get recognized for being authentic. You totally can. And it's a real possibility, though. You might have to start with some of the clickbaitiness. And don't take my advice for it, but it's what I teach now when I teach social media. And though I start with people's passions, that's where I start. And that is my one way that I do it differently, because I think that starting with, how would you like to make money? And what's your niche? It's just, okay, everybody does that stuff. What's more important is what gets you out of bed, and why is it that you want to be doing what you're doing? And it's essentially therapy, which is what I'm also in college for, is to be a therapist. Like actually breaking down people's psychology, and it's a lot of motivation and inspiration and really helping people to understand themselves better. And that's also very special, because whenever people sign up for classes with me, it's not just about content. It's about what makes you you, what makes you special, what's something that you love, what's a message that would move the world that you really stand by, that you want to give. What is it that wakes you out of bed, that you say, like, this is what I want to give to people, this is the thing that drives me, this is the thing that I know can make the world a better place, and I want to give that, and I'm here to help you find that. Like, that's literally, that's what I feel the goal of social media is. So, you know, get in touch with that. Get in touch with that, man. Ask yourself the right questions. Ask yourself, really, what is it that you want people to know, the authentic message that you want people to know about you, or the thing that you feel helps people to live more authentic in real lives, or, you know, service that you might give. Maybe it's like through your dances, or through the cocktails that you make, or through the art that you create. You want people to feel heard and seen, want to connect people. We've all got something that really drives us. So anyway, yeah, never lose sight of that. That's the big thing. If you're going to start doing content, look into what it is that really makes you inspired and motivated. And maybe, you know, this video, if people, I'll read the comments and check it out and see where this goes. If people are supporting this and all that stuff, and then I'll, you know, I might drop a flyer. That sounds so antiquated. I'll drop a poster, and like maybe I'll like give something, help show people how to break down that stuff, how to actually break it down, like what it is that motivates you. Because more than I'm talking about it now, because like, you know, I did do the classes, but not really. The main thing is I just want people to feel good and supported and all that stuff. And I would do that stuff for free. I mean, I probably will end up doing a video series first, to just kind of give people hope and inspiration into the most actualized and real versions of themselves, and how to bring that out and bring it to everybody else, because that's more important to me. That's honestly way more important. So yeah, it's crappy. It's crappy that we're moving in this direction, though I think in the long run we're gonna stay authentic. And yeah, I just kind of wanted to vent about it and just get some thoughts out. Yeah, I mean, yeah, just stay authentic, stay real, and express your art, express your truth, and know that it's gonna get seen by the right people. Like, trust that the way that the algorithm works will at least get you to the right people. Don't care so heavily on the number of views and like the quantity. It's quality over quantity, always. The right people are going to find your stuff in time, as long as you're creating good products and authentic and real products. I think that us humans still respond well to that. And we'll see it no matter what. Energetically speaking, you know when something is real. So yeah, that's still going to be there. And I think that it's a very special spot in the algorithm. We're moving more in that direction, I feel like. So that's a good thing. But all in all, it's become very much so fast paced. And so we're going to promote the videos that get the most clicks and get the most watch time and, you know, all this stuff. There's so much less demand for like the real slow paced connect. People's attention spans, man. Anyway. So yeah, stay real, dog. I'll probably be posting more videos like this in the future to just express myself. Because these, I'm like, you know, wherever they go, if people see them, they see them. If they don't, they don't. People who really resonate will see them through. And I hope that you who are watching this feel seen and heard, because I see you. And I want you to know that you are understood. And you're not the only one who's thinking about things like this. And I hope this was able to show you that people care as deeply as you do, and know that good people are out there. Because it takes one to know one, and that's you. So anyway, peace, y'all. I'm not even gonna worry about the editing, dog.